Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. Today I've come up with a very interesting topic, and this is really going to be an inspiration for all of us. During our English fluency journey, during our English speaking journey, we tend to give up a lot many times, and we feel that it is a very long journey and we get frustrated and irritated and we lose interest, and a lot of things happen to all of us, right? Have you ever experienced all these things? Yes, we all have experienced frustration, stress, not improving, going blank, fumbling, speaking broken English, not making any progress, and what not. Right? And we tend to give up. I'm going to give you an example of how determination can help you to achieve your goal in no time. Yesterday, I attended a pre-primary section annual event, and these 4-year, 5-year-old kids had their dance performances. And I'll tell you what I have learned from them. I'm not going to describe the whole event, how it was and what it was about. I'm just going to help you to get inspired by these small things which these kids teach us. I'm going to discuss in detail how these kids put up a beautiful show with their hard work and determination. They don't understand the songs, they don't understand what dance is, they don't have an idea about what is going on, but still they made things possible. In the same way, we can learn a lot of things from these kids and we can start making our impossible journey possible. I'm going to give you some takeaways which I have learned from this event, and I'm going to discuss it with you so that you also get to understand how you can make your English speaking journey easy and effortless without giving up. On that note, guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you are with me on this 30 days English speaking challenge, quickly subscribe my channel, do like and share my videos, and don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. Well, today I am going to discuss a few things which can help you to make your English speaking journey easy, comfortable, and effortless. I have learned a lot from these kids. I learned from my own kid as well. But this event was an eye-opener for me. I am going to tell you how or what helped these people to make this event a success, or how they were able to perform in front of so many people on a stage. Okay, the first thing I would like to bring to you is these are 4-year-old, 5-year-old kids. They don't understand music, they don't understand dance, they don't understand songs. Like we as a beginner in English, we don't understand English, we don't understand the sentences correctly, we don't understand the meaning of it correctly, we are not able to read it properly. The same thing, right? It is the same way at what stage they are in and what we are in our speaking journey. Okay, so it's the same, but still they managed to put up a good show. They were able to dance properly on the tunes, and they were able to change steps, and they were able to remember those steps and perform in front of the crowd. How did they made it possible? I just wondered. I was sitting there looking at them, and I was just wondering, how did they do this? And how we can implement that thing in our own journeys, in our English speaking journey, or in our success journey. What we feel is impossible for us, how we can make it possible. I was just sitting and thinking about that, looking at these kids, watching these kids. Okay, so let's discuss that. The first thing I noticed was they were enjoying. Yes, they were enjoying what they were doing. Even if they didn't understand completely, even if they were not able to recall the steps, even if they were not able to cope up with the beats and the music and the lyrics, but still they didn't get nervous. They kept on enjoying that thing. Yes, and this is very much important, guys. if you are in your English fluency journey, if you are practicing English speaking every single day, you should enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, you will not be able to do it. That is the first thing I concluded, or I realized at that moment. Yes, what we have to do is we have to think about it. If you're not enjoying doing something, what else we can do so that we can enjoy that, right? So you have to analyze it at every step. You have to introspect ourselves at every stage. Like, if you're not enjoying this thing, what else we can include so that we can enjoy that, or what we can do so that it doesn't get boring for us, right? So enjoying our journey, enjoying the process, enjoying the practice sessions or any other whatever activities you are doing is very much essential, or is very important. That will make your journey comfortable and effortless, and of course quick as well. So you have to find out what is helping you and what you are enjoying the most. Do it and take it forward in that direction, and you will see how easily you are going to succeed in that. That was the first takeaway for me. Second is, these kids were so smart that they were looking at each other and quickly following the steps. If somebody forgot something, they were looking here and there around themselves to pick up the steps. That was also very interesting to watch. We human beings tend to forget. It's not about a child. We elder people also forget. It is our tendency, right? Everything can't be in our brains every time. So we tend to forget. That's fine. But we should find a way how we can remember that. That is important, right? If you are making a mistake, how you're overcoming that mistake is important. Instead of repeating the same mistake and stopping there, right? So these kids, if they would have forgot the steps, they would have stopped there. They would have stood there then and there, and they would have stopped dancing, right? But they didn't do that. They looked at each other here and there to pick up the step, and they picked it up and then started performing again. They didn't stop. This is the another thing I realized looking at these performances, which is really going to help us in our English fluency journey also. We should not stop. If we are doing mistakes, if we are not improving, if something is not working for us, we should not give up. We should not stop at that point. Instead, what we should do, we should look for things which can help us to come out of that situation. Isn't it? Yes. So guys, this is another important thing which we need to understand. It's a small world and we are connected to the whole world via internet. Now things are very much in our hands. If we get stuck at some stage or at some point or at anything, we have access to things which can help us to get out of that situation, right? We can browse the internet, we can go to YouTube, we can go to other websites and find out a solution for us. So that is why we should look around for help. We should not stop then and there. This is another thing which I noticed, which these kids taught me, and it was amazing. And in your case, AI is there. I've spoken about AI, artificial intelligence. You have ChatGPT, you have the third one was the efforts they put in. Now these kids are so small, they're just 4-year-old, they are not able to speak properly. They're not able to express themselves in clear sentences also. But they were dancing on Bollywood songs. What made them to do that? The answer is putting in a lot of efforts. They did put in a lot of efforts, guys. And of course, not only them, their teachers also helped them. They actually made them to practice and perform ultimately. But these kids followed, right? So they had this practice session for a month. They practiced for a month and then they were able to perform. Because, it's difficult for the teachers also to make them understand, each and every step, how will they change the steps, when they are going to change the steps, and what they have to do, everybody is in sync or not. Dancing is something which is very, which requires a lot of efforts. Coordination is very much required. Being in sync is very much required. Going with the flow is very much required. So it's a very difficult task to put up a dance show. And the teachers and the students did it. These kids were able to do it, which means they have put in a lot of efforts in doing this. Every single day they had their practice sessions and they practiced it religiously every single day without a fail. And ultimately they were able to perform, they were able to be in sync, they were able to pick up the tune, the lyrics, the steps, the coordination between them. They were able to do it just because of the efforts they put in. So for us guys, it's efforts do matter. We have to take effort and we have to be consistent and religious in our work. If we want to learn a language, if we want to be fluent and confident in speaking in English, we have to practice it every day. We have to put effort every single day religiously to reach our goals, right? Which is to speak English fluently and confidently. So that is why efforts do count. And if we put in efforts every single day, if we allot time, once also we practice it, for a half an hour also we practice, or for 1 hour also we practice English speaking, but every single day continuously for a month or 2 months or 3 months, it is definitely going to pay us. It is definitely going to reflect. Remember, these 4-year-old can do it in a month's time. Why can't we? We are elders, we are grown-ups. We have sharp memory, we have good memory, we can speak, we can express ourselves, we can pick up things easily, right? Why can't we do it? So we have to be consistent and religious in our efforts so that we can reach our goal easily, quickly and effortlessly. So this is another thing which I learned from these kids. And the last one is, see, these kids don't understand anything, right? They don't know if they're going on stage and they are not able to do anything, what will happen? Or if somebody will laugh at them, if somebody will, scold them. They don't know anything, right? They are asked to perform, but they don't know if they don't perform, what will happen. That also they don't know, right? They're not scared of anything, which means they don't have that sense right now because they're too small. Now, in case of us, if somebody asks me to go on stage and give a dance performance, I will start thinking about, what if I forget my steps? I haven't even practiced, or I practiced yesterday, but I don't know if I'm going to perform well today, right? So these thoughts starts coming to our mind because we're not very confident about it. We get nervous. We feel about the consequences. But here in case of these kids, they are not aware of the consequences. They don't know if they're not going to perform, if they will stand still on the stage, what will happen? And that helped them. That made them what they are and how they performed. So your mindset does matter. If you think about consequences, if you think about negative things, and if you become negative about something, it's not going to help you. So while you're learning to speak English fluently and confidently, or during your English speaking journey, you have to forget thinking negatively about it. You have to forget to think about the consequences. If you're getting an opportunity to speak, don't think before speaking. What if it's going to be a disaster? What if I'm going to forget? What if I'm not going to express myself properly? What if I speak broken English? What if I go blank? Stop, guys. Don't start thinking about these things. But what you have to think instead is be positive. Start thinking about how you're going to start with, what you're going to say. Think about it. If somebody has asked you a question, take a moment to think how you're going to answer it. If you're going to start properly, definitely you are going to gain more confidence and you'll be able to speak further. And if you're not going to start properly, definitely it's going to be a disaster. You must have noticed that, right? If you are prepared and you're speaking, that conversation will be much better than the conversation in which you haven't thought and you have just started speaking. It's for everybody. It's not just for beginners or intermediate or advanced or anybody else. It is for me also. I can speak on any topic anywhere with anyone, but I also make sure before speaking, I frame my sentences, how to start at least. Or if I have to say something, I just collect some ideas beforehand. And then I speak. I don't speak immediately, like somebody has asked me a question and I'm in a hush or in a hurry to reply to that. No. Take a moment. Calm yourself down. Think about your ideas. If not, think about how you're going to start. What will be your first sentence? That's it. Think about it. It is definitely going to boost your confidence and help you further to speak in English. So that is what. This is also another thing which I've learned from these kids. They were not aware of the consequences. They never thought about it. And they don't even know, of course. Right? Which made them to give their 100%. Right? Some kids forgot the steps. But then they were doing something or the other which was really looking good. Which was really looking so cute. All the parents really had a great time. They enjoyed their little ones perform. And it's not about a performance. It's about learnings from them. How we can learn things from them. And how we can get motivated and inspired to do more and more or better every day. I was just wondering the whole time, how did they put up a beautiful show like this? They don't even understand the songs. They don't even understand music. They don't even understand what dance is. They don't know anything. It was just that the teachers asked them to do it and they did it. How? And then I came up with these takeaways and I wanted to share it with you. Because guys, these small things really matters. And if we take care of these things at the right time, at the right place, it is really going to help us a lot in many ways and in different situations. So the next time you go out and see kids doing anything, coming up with a dance performance or a skit or anything else, just try to learn something from them. Just try to see how they did it, how they made it possible. Okay, and then you also implement the same in your own journeys. And definitely you're going to be inspired and motivated to do more. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care. And if you liked my video, do give me a thumbs up.